this week on the American Huntress. Hornady presents the American Huntress.
I'm Linda Donahoe. This is the American Huntress, and we're going to New Mexico for giant mule deer. Don't go away. It's going to be quite a ride. And let's not forget the Creedmoor 6.5 Ruger. We all set?
I'm set.
All set? Okay. Well, Larry, let's fire up number 2.
Number 2.
The flight over to New Mexico was great. We made it! High Desert Ranch, New Mexico. And Steve and Brian were right there at the airstrip to meet me and Kim.
Linda, how are you?
Steve, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Oh,
again.
happy Thanksgiving, or the end of it.
Same to you. I was born in Farmington, New Mexico, and has been a native New Mexican my entire life. It's been a lifelong dream of ours to have a premier mule deer hunting destination in the world.
Oh, it's good to be here. Hey, Brian.
How are you?
How are you? How was your Thanksgiving?
Great. How was yours?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. But I am now ready.
Here at High Desert Ranch, we've been managing our deer for 7 years now. Lots of activity.
Are they chasing the girls yet?
They're starting to. Them young bucks started, but the big bucks they're starting to look.
Let's get the plane unloaded. I was really looking forward to this hunt. Kim was able to take off from work, and our really good friends Herb and Marla Atkinson and their cousin Charlene were also going to join us. We got into camp late that afternoon, and I couldn't wait for the morning to get started. Here's to an excellent hunt and a whole lot of fun.
There you go.
And big muleys. You got him tied to a tree, don't you?
I don't know quite that much, but there's somewhere.
Sure you do.
What'd you bring to hunt with?
This is my Ruger 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'm going to be using Hornady Superformance. We got a lot of wind out there, so this will be interesting sighting in.
Wind's something we always have to deal with in New Mexico, so.
Yeah. I woke up to a howling New Mexico wind, but I still needed to go check the zero on my Ruger 6.5 Creedmoor. No, I'm good, except for the wind. Yeah, see, did you see how the wind cut? So it's going left just because of the wind. See, there was more wind than that last shot, so the height looks good. I say we're ready. It's our first afternoon here at High Desert Ranch, and we got here a little early. We beat Herb and Marla and their cousin Charlene. They're not going to get here tomorrow, and I'm going to take advantage of the time. We're headed to the blind, and I can't wait to see some big mule deer. In spite of all that wind, the deer came into the blind early. It really surprised me to see deer moving in that howling wind like that. First deer of the day, and it's early, with a 30-mile-an-hour wind.
I think this edge is probably plumb full of deer with the wind we've had the last 2 days.
So is that a little family? had been watching this one shooter buck at about 550 yards when at last light, Mr. Big stepped out from the cedars on the right. Can't believe we saw that buck when it was too late.
The American Huntress is brought to you by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Ruger, arms maker for responsible citizens. Diamond Blade, performance forged in steel. Ravenwear, special garments for outdoor enthusiasts. Tag Safari, outdoor clothing for your big game adventure. Briley Manufacturing, a legacy of shooting innovation. And Zeiss, we make it visible. This segment is brought to you by Zeiss, we make it visible. Welcome back to the American Huntress.
The next day, Herb, Marla, and Charlene arrived just in time for lunch. Hi, guys. Welcome to High Desert Ranch. Charlene, hi.
I'm glad to be here.
Nice to see you. Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, you're cold. Come
Yes,
on.
it is
Come on
cold.
inside. Besides, you got to come meet everybody else. Team American Huntress is here. Marla and Charlene
Yes.
are here. Team Huntress is about to make it happen. Since they just got here, we had a bite of lunch. Now they're going to head out to the range, and I'm going to step up on them. I'm going hunting.
Oh, but we're going to make sure our guns are on so that in the morning we got it.
We're back in West Canyon where we were last night. Weather's clouded up very early, but there's already deer out in the field. We got to try to get up there and not get busted. Because they make sure there's not a buck out there. Don't even tell me. Later that afternoon, while I was trying to sneak into the blind, Charlene and Marla were battling that same howling wind, trying to get their guns sighted in.
That's good.
You like that?
I'm right on the red dot. We're fine? Okay. All right. Yeah, the wind is pretty fierce today.
Yeah.
It is for a fact. Woo. Charlene, it's your turn.
All righty. Okay, now which one am I aiming at?
Top right.
All right, I'm about 2 inches lower. I'm okay. If y'all are satisfied that I can shoot this rifle, I'm good.
I'm ready to go hunting. Okay, the guns are sighted in. We're ready. All we have to try to do is spend the night and sleep some and be ready in the morning. I'm ready. I'm ready.
The girls were successful at the gun range and went back to the lodge to get warm. Meanwhile, my sneaking into the blind got busted. It didn't happen. We didn't make it. We were so busted. There must have been 20 deer out in that field, and there were some bucks. Good news is they ran about 600 yards, and we can see part of them over to our left. We let it settle down and see what happens. But I'm still waiting for Mr. Big. When we finally settled into the blind, we spotted Mr. Big. Is he the one in the back?
Yeah. He's walking right there, big body. That's a nice deer.
He was about 600 yards away. He had to get closer.
All we can do is just give him enough time and see if he wants to work this way. If not, we'll slip down because we got enough wind to cover us.
This segment is brought to you by Houston Safari Club. Get in the hunt. Welcome back to the American Huntress.
Okay, I got him. Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking after you look at him, we might ought to go find a different buck.
Go find a different buck.
Well, I didn't know if you still liked him now that you got a good look.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Big, come to Mama. Come on, get closer. Come meet my friend, Mr. Creedmoor. He's still got his head down, just grazing in the grass. There, now he lifted his head a little. And what a rack! I was right to name him Mr. Big. Not that way, this way. We're hoping he's headed this direction. He was going from left to right, but he's in a whole bunch of cedar with some does. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. Mr. Big's there, but Mr. Big's stuff came in right behind him.
If you need to take one more step to the right, you'd have your nice quartering shot right up behind the shoulder.
I got the friggin' tree right in my crosshairs. He's gonna go behind that
Walking
bush.
behind that bush, he'll come out the other side.
Once he got in range, I took a breath, let it out slowly, and squeezed the trigger. Okay, I think Mr. Big gets the vote. I'm gonna take him. The shot felt good, had a good brace, but after watching him run into the cedars, I started to have my doubts.
He was hit pretty hard.
Okay, I think he's hit good. Took a big jump, went over to the right. Felt good about the shot, though. The sun was setting, a storm was coming, and I wanted out of that blind to go find him. We're gonna go recover Mr. Big. There's a huge storm coming, and it's almost night. Okay, Mr. Big is down. We just don't know where. It was a good shot, but it got dark so fast and there's so much cedar. So I think
We're gonna come back in the morning. We got a little daylight.
it's hunting, real life, real time. It had been a long, cold day and I couldn't wait to have dinner. And High Desert Ranch really knows how to put on the spread.
Pecan crusted breast of chicken. I'm going to serve that with a sweet hot chili sauce, kind of a Thai style chili sauce. I have sun-dried tomato polenta, and then steamed broccoli with extra virgin oil and a little bit of herb on that.
That's just what I needed to take my mind off of Mr. Big.
It's about 12 degrees. We're believing we're gonna see some deer this morning out moving around, and we'll see what happens.
The next morning, Marla headed out to her stand, Brian was following up on Mr. Big, and I had some deer management to take care of. Okay, we're here set up in pine drop line. This is gonna be a management hunt.
What we're looking for is probably something that's a 3x3 rather than a 4x4 without the brow tines. Some of them that we've seen here are real heavy in the base. They're older deer, so we're looking for mature deer.
How do you like that rangefinder?
I like it really well. That far pine tree is about just under 200 yards.
Okay.
I can't believe how quickly this reads the distance.
Zeiss, you need some of these.
Amen.
We've got that doe. We've got a doe.
Welcome back to the American Huntress.
There's a whole bunch of them.
All Marla had in front of her were turkeys, but it wasn't too long before the deer started coming in. I was seeing some really nice deer in front of me.
Gee whiz. That's a pretty deer. Oh, man. Hi, handsome. Look at that.
I wasn't the only one seeing some good deer. Marla was back in her stand looking at some real shooters.
He is beautiful.
He's already got really deep forks. He's got that kicker.
There is this most wonderful deer, and I would love to shoot him, but he's not quite old enough. But right now, we figure he's 3.5. He is what he is, and we have to leave him for another year. But that'll just make him bigger, right?
Absolutely.
I just love this. This is such a beautiful sight to see these deer and watch them.
Marla spotted the one that she wanted, and he was right in front of her. I'm behind the fawn's butt. Can I take him? Hot dog. Yes! Great shot, Marla. Way to go, girl.
Yes, the first afternoon, we watched him and watched him and watched him, and we decided he was the one for me. So I got him with a shot. We're gonna go recover my deer. I can't wait to get my hands on him. Come on. There he is. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Nice buck. Nice buck.
Nice buck.
Oh, it is a good buck. Thank
We
you.
went back and forth.
Yeah, we went back and forth and back and
Cameraman
forth.
backed us up on that. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all were measuring and adding and look, he even has a little, he has a little knobby there. I hear my husband coming with a truck. Hi, baby. Yes. Did you hear the gunshot? Yes. It's this one. I know.
Marla's buck was a perfect 4x4. I was so happy for Marla to bring home such a beautiful buck. Did I hear a shot fired?
Yes, yes. One. Oh, one. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Isn't he beautiful? Look at this.
Look what my baby done.
Oh, honey, he's gorgeous.
I am so proud of him, and we watched him and watched him.
Goodness.
And he came out with 2 other ones, and
Look at
and the sun was shining on him, and he was just. I'm not an American diva. I'm an American huntress.
Well, thank you. No, we don't know any divas.
No.
Divas can't go hunting.
No, they don't appreciate this, do they?
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
Yes.
All right.
Yay. Yeah.
Wow.
Stay tuned next week to see Charlene get her chance at a big buck and to find out what really happened with Mr. Big. Oh my gosh, Mr. Big, how about that? Hi, I'm Linda Donahoe.
And I'm Brittany Boddington. Join us this year at the Houston Safari Club Sporting Expo and Convention.
Whether you're looking for the dream hunt of a lifetime or just checking out the latest in sporting equipment, you need to be at the Woodlands Marriott Waterway, January 15th, 14th, and 15th in 2012.
Don't miss out.
Get in the hunt.
The American Huntress is brought to you by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Ruger, arms maker for responsible citizens. Diamond Blade, performance forged in steel. Ravenwear, special garments for outdoor enthusiasts. Tag Safari, outdoor clothing for your big game adventure. Briley Manufacturing, a legacy of shooting innovation. And Zeiss, we make it visible.
Let's not wait. This is my baby. This is my baby. No, he gets everybody kissing me on camera.
I know.